Almost fucking. Yeah, we're live.
We're live. We're live so that everyone can watch me fold laundry.
Yeah, and while you fold laundry, I'm gonna quickly go to Facebook. So I haven't done this in for, and make sure that everything is good.
Drop a link in the comments. Do the link thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Edit privacy, public.
Like my underwear.
I'll see it in just a second.
I can't tell if you're frozen or if you're just close to the screen and not moving.
No, well, it looks frozen because I'm on my phone, so I'm jumping from app to app basically. So let's see your underwear. Hot. Damn, that's hot.
It's actually my 6-year-old. Yeah, my boys love to run around the house in their underwear. So
There's my dude Kyron. What's up, Kyron? Good to see you, man. I'm gonna put the I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and if anybody wants to come on chat with us, by all means.
Yeah, because we're doing very important work here. While I
Oh, it's so important.
do some domestic duties.
If it was any more important, oh, what the fuck?
and my cat's
He likes it here because he could just stare out the window. And he sees the world that he's not allowed to go.
Okay, let me see. All right, well, I'm gonna. It won't let me.
So you're still playing around with the book face?
I do, yeah. Or I am, yes. Paste and there. Yeah. So it's showing up on YouTube, but it's not showing up on Facebook. So
It's not showing up on Facebook?
yeah.
Whatever.
Is this the Spider-Man chat? It can be if that's what you want.
Who is that?
If you wanted, that was Travis.
See, I didn't even see that. I knew who said it because he has a boner for me because of my criticisms of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because he was really into it. I want to check it out. I don't want anybody else to give me my opinion, but yeah. I liked the original.
It has nothing to do with the original. It's totally its own thing.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what kind of aggravates me is that they're calling it Ultimate because for marketing. That's it. That's the only reason. There's no storytelling purpose to connect it to the Ultimate Universe.
I gotcha. And the Ultimate Universe is its own universe, so I mean, you're like, hey.
So in the beginning, the Ultimate Universe wasn't really like a multiversal thing, you know? It wasn't like we're going to create this new universe in the multiverse. It was just like an experiment. It was like
it was its own thing.
And now, but this universe is very much in that whole multiverse saga. So it's like when the Ultimate Universe first started, it had no canon. It was like starting from scratch, which was the concept. But this, it comes with all of that backstory.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's not even conceptually the same thing.
Oh, okay. So for those of you who, we try to usually go live around noon my time, 1 Frank's time. But today we're an hour late. That one's on me. And I'm going to tell you the funny story why.
I'm going to listen.
I go to, because I haven't even told Frank this yet. I go to sleep late at night, usually like between 1 and 2. Last night was around 2. I go to sleep. Yeah. But, all my stuff is freelance, so whatever.
If that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah. So, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning to my kid rushing into my room. They've basically had a mental breakdown. and they need to talk. So of course we're there for them, blah blah blah, and take care of it, and everything's okay.
Like, of course I'm there for my kids' mental health. Like I have to do it.
Yada yada yada. And then they, they're okay. They go back to bed, and my wife's like, I'm exhausted, and turns over, and I'm just like, I can't go back to sleep right away. I just can't. So I start like doom scrolling and whatnot, and my Fortnite boys are up at usually early, and they're up at like 6:30, and they're like, "Hey, who's playing?" And I'm like, "Fuck! If you want to play, I'm awake." But I really thought that they'd be like, "No, no, no," and then they were like, "Yeah, we're going right now." So I went and I played for like 2 hours. So now it's 8:30 in the morning, and then I'm like, "Okay, cool." Eventually, it got to the point where I could barely see. Still playing well, but just couldn't see anymore. My eyes are fucking burning. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. That's enough of that shit. So I left, laid down, and I listened to this. My phone was charging. I wanted my phone to be fully charged for this show. So I had my laptop out, put it up on top of my bed frame, where basically overlooking like in my window frame too. Yeah. And so it just sits there, and I just had it playing a thing that I listen to as I go to sleep. I'm listening to that, I'm going to sleep, and my cat decides to jump up and fucking knocks it on my head.
Awesome. What time is this? Like 10
I don't even know, because now I'm pissed off. I roll back over, I go back to fucking sleep again. And then my other kid comes in at 11 and is like, "Hey, Dad, I have to talk to you right now," and wakes me up. And I'm like, motherfucker, if the third one drives an hour and a half from fucking Austin to wake me up, I'll kill all three of you. And so we talked for a little bit, and I love my kids so much. But sometimes teenage...
You don't have to say anything else. That's it. I love my kids.
Right?
But
sometimes the problems are just overwhelming, and it's just so like dramatic and exhausting. And so I'm listening, and I'm just getting more and more exhausted. And so their story finishes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I gotta get up and do the show with Frank soon. And boom, I was out. And I woke up to, all right, well, whatever, we'll do this whenever you want. Okay, shit, yeah. Let's do this now.
That's the beauty about this show, is that it's not really a show. It's like if Travis says, if Chuck says I'll be there at 1:00 and he's not there at 1:00 and we don't do it,
yeah,
we don't do it.
Whatever. But something fun. By the way, if any of you guys have Kickstarters or whatever going on, fucking put them in the comments, by all means, please. But because we don't give a shit. But I got a job this week.
That's good.
As a freelance writer for an SEO marketing firm.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I had to do 2 blog posts based on something called scalp micropigmentation.
I've had some jobs like that. They're not all that fun.
Dude, yeah, well, and it sounds like I'm going to be doing a lot of medical stuff. And I'm so happy for the job and glad to be able to be writing and continue to beef up my both my skills and my resume. But the research for this is the horrendous part.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Just like, I don't give a fuck about this, but I mean, it's what we do, right? So
I've had some editors for jobs like that, and they look at my stuff. They're like, "Frank, you write creatively. Why are you doing this?" And I said, "Because you're paying me."
Yeah.
Kind of the answer.
Hey, if you want to pay me to write some science fiction stories or whatever, I am fucking in. Let's do it. But if you're not, then what are you paying me for? Because I'll probably do that too.
Congrats on the job.
Thank you, man.
I've done SEO writing for all sorts of stuff. And it can be a huge pain in the ass. Because even when you're writing about stuff that you enjoy and that you're invested in, they still want like particular styles and particular keywords, and like it's work and it's annoying.
Have you used the Surfer app?
No. I don't know.
Okay, so this app, it's basically connects to like Google Docs, and it's telling you how many times you have to use certain words or phrases, and it's scoring your thing as you go.
Okay.
And so it's like so you have to use scalp micropigmentation between 29 times and 43, and if you go over 43, then it's no longer optimized, so you have to find a way to use something else. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I've had people, what they do is they take your article and they run it through Grammarly, and they want you to have a particular Grammarly score before it's like good. Grammarly is a pain in the ass because it can be helpful at times, but when you're just going off the score, it's like it's essentially AI writing. They just adjust all of your things to read the way they want it to read, and a lot of it is just stylistic choices. So they're essentially forcing you to read like it's a Grammarly article, and it completely removes your own voice from the equation.
Yeah, which it's weird because it's like, thank you for giving me the job rather than an AI program. However, you might as well have used an AI program at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. The new thing is that a lot of media sites, they're not writing with AI, but all of those highlights that you see at the top, those are AI generated. So it's like the key points from the article, they have an AI go through the article, essentially read it, and then pull out ideas and concepts and bullet point them at the top. So it's only a matter of time before they just start writing articles with AI. Because at the end
I'm
of the
sure
day,
they're already doing it.
at the end of the day, a lot of these articles, they're just like information diarrhea anyway. You know,
Yeah.
It's not like people don't really go to this stuff for a writer's opinion. They just want the whatever data or information that they're looking for.
Yeah. Yep. But I'm glad for the work, if that helps.
Definitely, it definitely helps when you're doing the
I
word
like
thing,
when,
getting money.
yeah.
For it.
Well, and especially with the fact that, I'm going to Canada, it'll be nice to go there and already have a job set up.
Mm-hmm. Are you like moving back?
Yeah.
What's the reason for that?
That's a much longer story and probably one I won't tell right away on here, but yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Everyone's got their stuff. Evan! Yeah? My son's home from school. Come here.
Oh, cool.
He had
I thought you saw something in the chats that I didn't.
Put this away. Say hi to Chuck. Go get.
Hey, Evan, how you doing, bud?
Go get your clothes. Put that away in the hall and bring your stuff to your room. Yeah, he had a doctor's appointment at like 9:40, just for like prescription stuff, so he's not sick. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to send you back to school. Just kind of stick around at home.
See, you should have had him folding the laundry.
But he sucks at it. He's not. He'll roll everything up into a ball and be like, I'm done. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it. It's not worth like.
Oh, that's not folding laundry?
It's not folding laundry.
Okay, good to know.
Dude, you're terrible at folding laundry. Evan, don't think that like I'm going through my mental Rolodex of things that you can do, and the list is pretty short. So the stuff that I would trust them to do is pretty short.
That's right, Aaron. Exactly. Dads being dads. By the way, Aaron, hit me up, man. I've got some spots open on my show. If you, I know that you were looking to do some some stuff for Fallen Knight, hit me up and we can make that happen.
I started the new season of Rick and Morty. It's on Max now.
I finished it.
No, you finished it?
I
started
did.
the first episode last night. You know what I did? I wanted to go right into the second episode, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to string this along and try to get as much time out of this as I can because I don't want to just watch the whole thing and be done and have to wait again. It sucks.
What's up, Dominic? Good to see you, man. By the way, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, hit us up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Rick and Morty, keep going.
The thing is, I didn't know what season they replaced the voice actors at. So I thought it was last season, but it was this season. So could I tell the difference? Well, last season I was kind of like, you know what? I can hear a little bit of a difference, and then I realized that it's the same guy. So I was an idiot. But you know what? There are some moments you're like, it sounds perfect, and then there are some lines that are just like they fall flat. They don't sound the same. So it depends on the line and the moment. But it's pretty good.
Yeah. No, I actually thoroughly enjoyed this season. I killed it in like 2 days, and I wasn't gonna do that. Fuck it, I'm just gonna kill it. Well, and I loved it. I thought it was really good, and actually, I'm really enjoying. For me, I feel like it's a step forward for the characters.
I'm looking forward to getting there. My plan, my current like nighttime routine is I watch Star Trek Discovery, and then I watch Rick and Morty right afterwards because it's like I get the hard sci-fi that takes itself seriously, and then I get the sci-fi that goes in the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, isn't Rick and Morty just a really good palate cleanser before you finally crash out?
It's pretty good, but I don't end there. So I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I watch more Rick and Morty? I really don't want to because I want to extend it as far as I can. I'm not really in the mood to watch a whole hour-long episode of Star Trek. So what do I do? But I've been my thing where I can watch it, and if I fall asleep in the middle of it, I don't care. Is Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
So I'm on I've never really watched it, and I'm on season 3 or 4 now. So I'm slowly. The seasons aren't that long though, and the episodes are pretty short. But it's It's a good show that if I don't remember any of it in the morning, that's okay. I'll just go on to the next one.
Yeah. Well, and it does mean though that at any point you can go back and rewatch, and it'll be like watching it for the first time all over again.
That is true. But it is a pretty funny show. But it's you have to remember the beginning of the season, the beginning of the show is 20 years ago. So it gets super dated and old at some parts.
Oh yeah, they definitely have some words that they've used that we can't use now.
Words and storylines. You know what's great about watching Rick and Morty from the beginning is that they have a lot of Israel jokes.
Yeah.
And Israel's been prominent in the news for the past couple months. So it's kind of that stuff is always relevant. It's that's a joke that's always going to be relevant because the dynamic of the political situation doesn't change. So if you make a joke about it in 1995, it's somehow still relevant in 2023, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all. By the way, you started talking about Israel, and all of a sudden our watchers just bop.
I didn't even say anything.
I know. I'm just watching the numbers, and it's so funny. I had to say it.
But that's the joke that Rick and Morty makes. Is that they bring up Israel, and Rick gets all defensive. He's like, what I say about it? And Morty's just like, you don't say anything. You don't make any sense. You just ramble and on. And so that's what makes it so hilarious.
Yeah.
Whenever they bring it up, because it's such a hot button issue that Rick.
Oh yeah.
Even Rick is like,
Well, no one wants to appear anti-Semitic.
Well, that's exactly the line he says. What is he? because I just it was seasons and seasons ago, but since I just binged it, it's fresh in my mind. He just says, just because I make an overall statement about the geopolitical climate that's not going to an anti-Semitic place. It's like Rick, the guy who talks shit to everybody, doesn't care what people think of him, is like gets off.
Doesn't want to talk bad about Israel.
Want to talk about Israel.
Absolutely. Dude, yeah, and this season, man, I'm excited for you to probably come back and talk about it as you watch it, because I dug it. Yeah.
Well, you know what it was? It's funny because I watched it on Hulu, which was in retrospect was kind of dumb because they have ads. I had ads on Hulu and I don't have ads on Max, and I should have just been watching on Max without the ads. But the new season isn't on Hulu; it's on Max, so I have to go to Max to watch it. And I'm not used to watching it on Hulu.
Yeah,
I'm not used to watching it on Max, so I'm like. So I finish it on Max, and I'm like, I want to go watch Always Sunny. That's on Hulu. I'm on the same thing. So I go back, and I'm like, oh, shit, I'm on Max. Like, my brain, after 6 seasons of Rick and Morty on Hulu, I have to... we're talking about the dumbest things.
Yeah, so? Isn't that what this is about? I thought that's what we were doing.
No,
dude,
that's pretty much what we're doing.
I'm partway through season 3 of Sopranos now.
Season 3?
Yeah.
Blowing through it, too.
I am, yeah.
It's not that fresh in my mind. You could bring stuff up, but I can't. I don't even know what happens in season 3.
Pussy's dead. Big Pussy. And Little Pussy, actually, I believe. But, yeah, Big Pussy's dead. And now...
Is Ralphie on the show yet?
Yeah, Ralphie just joined the show.
Okay. He's a great character.
Yeah. Oh, Richie died.
Okay.
Richie April. Janice is a pain in the ass. His sister.
Oh yeah, she's a pain in the ass the entire show. She never.
Yeah, I have no doubt, man. Oh fuck. It was like his mom died, and then Janice almost like took over, and I'm like, fuck off. I thought we were gonna have a little bit of a break from this bullshit.
Super Cat. Be careful. That will break. My son has ADHD, so he has no impulse control. And he gets these ideas that he's like, this is a great idea, but he doesn't have that stopgap. That's like, but maybe something bad could happen because of this. And so he just blows right past it. So
do you think that the consequences will eventually teach him, or not so much?
Not yet. He's 11. He's had tons of consequences. Doesn't goes, doesn't think things through. He's not on his medication. So that's why he went to the doctor today to get a refill.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I get kind of nervous when he's home alone or something, because he'll be like,
because I might take an air duster and try to make a flamethrower.
He tried to make a flamethrower out of an air duster with his little brother the other. I'm like, I'm going out. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm like, where are they? They're outside. They're trying to light. He said, like an aerosol can. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
You know, I will say one thing, and that is, at least they did it outside.
I'm like, there are people that like make videos of this, and you could just watch them instead of trying to do it yourself.
Right? Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Well, I mean, hey, if you want to watch something go up in flames, I mean, like you can always watch those terrible gender reveal parties where they end up setting Napa Valley on fire.
That's
options.
The greatest gender reveal I saw was a guy hired 2 professional wrestlers, and one was dressed in blue and one was dressed in pink. And they had a full-blown match in the backyard, and whoever won, that was what the gender was.
That's right. Yeah, I've seen that one. That was good.
It's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Jay Burns says that's awesome. I mean, bad, but awesome.
It's like little things. So he was making pasta or fried rice or something, and he took the fork and he put the metal fork and stuff, and he put it in the bowl, and then he put the bowl in the microwave and was about to turn it on. And I have to have his 9-year-old sister tell him, Evan, you can't put metal forks in the microwave.
Yeah.
He's go, and he doesn't like think about what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you hear? Okay, I think this was back in the 80s or maybe late 70s. Well, no, yeah, 80s. There was a mafia hitman, and what he would do is instead of going in to actually kill people, he would go inside the microwave, cut part of it open, and slip a metal fork inside of the inside of the microwave, and then close it up.
So he's like Agent 47 in Hitman. He's like trying to sabotage the microwave to kill people.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm like, hey man, whatever you got to do to not get your hands dirty.
The microwave killer.
Oh fuck. Ugh. But anything else going on with you, like writing wise and whatnot?
No, my Kickstarter ends on Friday. You know what I'm thinking about doing? So,
what are you thinking about doing, Frank?
So I had this idea earlier. So I'm doing all Grimm space stories next year. So they're basically like a bunch of fairy tales. I'm doing Three Little Pigs and Peter Pan and Cinderella, things that people know. But I also wanted to do different stuff that's just not European stories. So I'm doing Monkey King, the Chinese character. I'm doing Anansi, the African spider trickster person. But people aren't as familiar with Monkey King. So I'm getting some feedback from the script that's like, they don't get all of the references that I'm putting in there because I did a lot of research for the character in order to write this. So, which is fine. But what I'm thinking about doing is, in some comics, at the end of the comic, Matt Hawkins does this all the time. They'll like talk about this. If he writes about science, he'll write like a whole thing about the science behind the book. So maybe I could do like, if you like Monkey King and you want to learn more, these are the adaptations I read while learning about the character, and kind of just go into, because there's so many different versions of him.
I think that's a really good idea, dude.
So just like if people are unfamiliar with him, they can watch other things and then see, oh yeah, Frank did this and that, and this person did that. So it's just.
Have you ever heard the Shakespearean? It's an old phrase, but people do say it, and it's hoisted by my own petard.
I have heard that. I have no idea what it means.
It basically means screwed over by your own trick.
Okay. Yeah. In trying to do things different, and I'm making it too different.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So in Belial, I had a petard joke, and I put it in there, and to me it was hilarious because basically the guy has made our character this 3-headed demon dog, but it's out of like the 3 worst. It's like a Yorkie, a Chihuahua, and a pug. And so he assumes that the guy's not going to be happy with it, and instead Link falls in love with it, and he's so happy. He's like, "Oh damn it! I've been hoisted by my own petard." And Link says, "Whoa! You can't say that word. Besides, he's not petarded. He's special."
It's pretty funny,
right? But then both Wendy and Sean, rightfully, by the way, I do not fight them on this, rightfully said, "We don't know what this phrase is." So the joke's not going to hit if no one knows what it means. So I was like, fuck, I have to, because this joke for me personally was too good to kill. So how do I bring in the petarded joke without
make a petarded joke?
Right? How do I bring in the petarded joke?
Hold on 1 sec.
While still making it all make sense?
What's up? I'm still home. Yeah, I'm leaving in like 10 minutes. Okay.
We have the best show online, by the way, everybody.
But yeah. Bye, mother. We're just taking phone calls in the middle of the
I love this. This is so our show. Like, I love that.
It was my mother, okay?
You had to.
She's bringing her dog over, so I have to put my cats in the basement. So that's what she
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So I had to find a way to put this, to be able to make this work. So I basically added a little editor's box that said, that basically said, it's from Shakespeare. Read a book, assholes.
There you go. Covered yourself.
And so now they know, oh, okay, it's a Shakespearean line. Maybe I should Google it. And and now I can
just Google it.
Yeah. And now I can laugh at petarded. And so one joke effectively became two, which was kind of nice, actually.
Made a weakness a strength. You turned your petard around. I
did.
So
it's petarded how good I did with that.
Real quick before I gotta go take care of my cats. Speaking of petarded, I watched the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, and it's about the chick on the show, D. She dates a rapper who's retarded. It was a phenomenal episode. The entire time they're going back and forth, like, is he just like a weird rapper or is he mentally handicapped? Like, it was a very good episode.
As soon as you started talking about it, that was the first episode that I find that one hilarious. Even just the intro.
Yeah. They do that brilliant. Very well, where they have their cold intro, and then it will go right into the title card, and it will just be perfect timing. They do that a lot, I've noticed.
Oh yeah. No, the title card becomes one of the biggest jokes of the episode. Yeah. A lot of times. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. So, all right, let me go take care of my pussycats.
All right, man. So this is we did another show. We pulled it off.
We managed to fold laundry and talk about how you couldn't get any sleep last night, and quality content. This is what it's about. When people say you need to create content to build an audience.
And we had comic talk, we had writing talk, we had all of it on there. So no, we did it.
You got to hear me talk with my mother. It's it's perfect.
Your kid. Evans talking about setting fires and shit with super cats. Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Until next
time.
All
right, guys, have a good one. For Frank, I'm Chuck, and I give a fuck. He's Frank, and man, he wants a spank. Take care.